my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the ridges, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we don't ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Third and 2, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A give to Kamara running right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical. football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up second and goal.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. That's taken it around the 40. He'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 5.
49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up second and goal at the Saints' 3-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
No gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's White.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Here's Fields. Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Second and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been great in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get...
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy. He completed it very well.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On second down, Kamara runs over him. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure you can keep it up for an entire season, but don't push the ball because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll go up the middle with White. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 9, Fields. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to win.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Room here to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was certainly an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Kamara. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he rifles one incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back. So we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense... And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Good throw there. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 2. This one taken in by Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And past the 30, down to about the 27. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
To throw now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One play action. Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You have everything working in your direction.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that one extended even further. So they settle for just the 3. Cooler right now. Anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly intercept. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. It's Fields. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a really nice run there. Running short. For the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Fields on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And that is incomplete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have a big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
Well, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as